You know what's funny? Everyone thinks shade trees are these massive monsters that'll crack your driveway and swallow your whole yard in 5 years. But what if I told you there are trees that'll give you that sweet, cool shade you're craving without turning your garden into a jungle? Trees that actually know when to stop growing. Yeah, they exist. And by the end of this video, you're going to wonder why nobody talks about these hidden gems. Stick around because number 4 is basically nature's perfect umbrella, and number 6? It's the tree landscapers don't want you to know about because it makes their job too easy. Hey there, garden lovers. Welcome back to Timeless Gardens, where we help you create stunning outdoor spaces without emptying your wallet. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found us because today we're diving into something special. And to my returning viewers, you already know we don't do boring garden advice here. We keep it real, we keep it practical, and we definitely keep it interesting. Today, we're talking about 7 small trees that deliver incredible shade without the drama of overgrowth. No root systems tearing up your foundation, no branches reaching into your neighbor's yard, just pure, manageable beauty that works hard for your comfort. Now before we jump in, do me a quick favor. If you're serious about leveling up your garden game without spending a fortune, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, the tips we share here are going to save you hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars in landscaping costs. And if you find value in today's video, drop a comment below telling me which tree caught your attention. I read every single one, and I love hearing from you. Alright, let's get into it. Tree number 1, Japanese Maple, Acer palmatum. Let's kick things off with a tree that's basically a living piece of art. The Japanese maple. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, I've heard of that one. But here's what most people don't realize. This tree tops out at about 15 to 25 feet, and it spreads just as wide, creating this gorgeous canopy that filters sunlight like nature's own curtain. What makes this tree absolutely brilliant for shade is its leaf density. Those delicate, lacy leaves overlap in such a way that they create dappled shade, which is perfect if you still want some light coming through but don't want to feel like you're sitting under a spotlight on a hot afternoon. And here's the kicker, it grows slowly. We're talking about 1 to 2 feet per year max, which means you're in complete control. The Japanese maple comes in varieties that range from deep burgundy to bright green, and some even shift colors with the seasons. Imagine sipping your morning coffee under a canopy that goes from green in spring to fiery red in fall. That's not just shade, that's an experience. Best part? It thrives in partial shade itself, so you can tuck it into spots where other trees might struggle. Plant it about 15 feet from structures, water it regularly for the first couple of years, and then it pretty much takes care of itself. Low maintenance, high impact. That's the Timeless Gardens way. Tree number 2, Crabapple, Malus species. Alright, number 2 might surprise you. The crabapple tree. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, wait, isn't that the tree with those tiny apples that make a mess? Yes and no. Let me explain why this tree deserves a spot in your yard. Crabapples typically grow between 15 to 25 feet tall with a similar spread, and their rounded canopy creates this dome of shade that's absolutely perfect for outdoor seating areas. But here's what sets them apart. In spring, these trees explode with blossoms. We're talking clouds of white, pink, or red flowers that turn your yard into something out of a fairy tale. The shade you get is bonus points because the real show is that springtime display. Now, about those fruits. Modern cultivars have been bred to produce smaller, persistent fruits that either stay on the tree through winter, feeding birds, or drop minimally. Choose varieties like Spring Snow, if you want zero fruit, or go with Prairifier, if you don't mind a little cleanup for those stunning deep pink flowers. The shade from a crabapple is consistent without being oppressive. You get enough coverage to cool down a patio or garden bench, but enough filtered light to grow shade-loving plants underneath. And because they're adaptable to various soil types and relatively drought-tolerant once established, they're perfect for gardeners who want results without constant fussing. Plant them in full sun, give them decent drainage, and watch them work their magic year after year. Tree number 3, Serviceberry, Amelanchier species. Tree number 3 is what I call the overachiever of small shade trees. The Serviceberry, also called Juneberry or shadbush. This tree does everything. And when I say everything, I mean it delivers on multiple fronts while staying perfectly manageable. Serviceberries grow to about 15 to 25 feet tall, and they have this beautiful upright, spreading form that creates an umbrella effect. The shade they provide is substantial but gentle. Not too dense, not too sparse. It's that Goldilocks zone of shade that lets you enjoy your outdoor space without squinting or sweating. But here's where it gets interesting. In early spring, before most trees even wake up, the serviceberry covers itself in delicate white flowers. Then come the berries in early summer. Edible berries that taste like a mix between blueberries and almonds. You can eat them fresh, bake them into pies, or just let the birds have a feast. Either way, it's a conversation starter. Fall brings another show when the leaves turn vibrant shades of yellow, orange, and red. So you're getting 4 seasons of interest plus reliable shade from a tree that maxes out at a very manageable height. Serviceberries are also native to North America, which means they're adapted to handle local conditions, require minimal care, and support local wildlife. Plant them in full sun to partial shade, give them moderate water, and they'll reward you for years to come. This is a tree that works as hard as you do. Quick pause here. If you're loving these tree picks and you're already imagining which one would look perfect in your yard, do me a favor. Smash that like button so I know you're finding this helpful. And drop a comment telling me if you've ever planted any of these trees. I'd love to hear about your experiences. Alright, let's keep moving because the next few are even better. Tree number 4, Hornbeam, Carpinus betulus. Number 4 is a tree that flies completely under the radar, and I have no idea why. The hornbeam. This tree is what I call nature's living umbrella, and once you see one in person, you'll understand exactly what I mean. Hornbeams grow to about 20 to 30 feet tall, and their dense, oval-shaped canopy creates shade that's thick and reliable. The leaves are small and tightly packed, which means you're getting solid coverage without those annoying gaps that let harsh sunlight through. This is the tree you want if you're serious about creating a cool, comfortable outdoor living area. What makes the hornbeam special is its tolerance for pruning. You can shape this tree however you want. Keep it small, let it spread wide, or even train it into a hedge if you're feeling ambitious. It responds beautifully to trimming, which means you're always in control of its size and shape. The bark is smooth and gray, adding subtle winter interest, and the leaves turn a pleasant yellow in fall before dropping. It's not flashy, but it's incredibly dependable. Think of it as the reliable friend who always shows up when you need them. Hornbeams prefer full sun to partial shade and adapt well to different soil types as long as there's decent drainage. They're also relatively pest and disease resistant, which means less work for you. Plant one, watch it establish, and enjoy decades of perfect shade without the worry of it taking over your entire property. Tree number 5, Redbud, Cercis canadensis. Tree number 5 brings serious personality to your landscape. The Redbud. If you want shade with a side of wow, this is your tree. Redbuds typically reach 20 to 30 feet in height with a spreading, rounded canopy that provides excellent shade coverage. But what really sets this tree apart is its spring display. Before the leaves even emerge, the entire tree covers itself in clusters of small, pink to purple flowers. We're talking branches absolutely loaded with color. It's one of those sights that makes neighbors slow down when they drive past your house. Once the flowers fade, heart-shaped leaves take over, creating a dense canopy that filters sunlight beautifully. The shade from a redbud is perfect for patios, walkways, or anywhere you want to add a cooling effect without blocking all the light. You still get that bright, airy feeling, just without the intense heat. Redbuds are also native trees, which means they're low maintenance once established. They tolerate a range of soil conditions, including clay, and they're fairly drought-resistant after the first few years. Deer tend to leave them alone too, which is a bonus if you're dealing with wildlife pressure. One thing to note, redbuds prefer well-drained soil and don't love being waterlogged. Plant them in a spot with good drainage, give them full sun to partial shade, and they'll thrive with minimal input from you. This is a tree that delivers maximum impact with minimum effort. Tree number 6, Crape Myrtle, Lagerstroemia indica. Alright, number 6 is the tree landscapers quietly use everywhere, and once you understand why, you'll see them differently. The Crape Myrtle. This is a tree that works incredibly hard while looking effortless. Crape myrtles come in sizes ranging from 10 to 25 feet depending on the variety, and their vase-shaped, spreading form creates shade that's both functional and beautiful. What I love about this tree is its multi-season interest. Summer brings massive clusters of flowers in shades of white, pink, red, or purple that last for weeks. Fall delivers vibrant foliage in shades of orange and red. Winter showcases smooth, exfoliating bark in shades of gray, brown, and cinnamon. The shade from a crape myrtle is moderate but effective. It's not the densest canopy on this list, but it provides enough coverage to cool down seating areas, patios, and walkways while still allowing some light penetration for underplanting. Here's the secret landscapers know: crape myrtles are drought-tolerant, pest-resistant, and incredibly adaptable. They handle heat, they handle humidity, and they bounce back from pruning like champs. You can keep them small with regular trimming or let them grow into their full form. Either way, they stay manageable. Plant them in full sun for the best flowering and growth. They prefer well-drained soil but aren't overly fussy once established. Water them regularly the first year, then back off and let them do their thing. Low input, high reward. That's the magic of the crape myrtle. Tree number 7, Hawthorn, Crataegus species. And finally, tree number 7 wraps up our list with a combination of toughness and beauty. The hawthorn. This is a tree for people who want reliable shade without babying a plant. Hawthorns grow to about 15 to 30 feet tall with a dense, rounded canopy that creates solid shade. The branching structure is intricate, and the leaves are small and abundant, which means you're getting good coverage without overwhelming your space. This is a tree that fits beautifully into smaller yards or garden areas where you need shade but can't afford something massive. Spring brings clusters of white or pink flowers that smell sweet and attract pollinators. Fall adds small, berry-like fruits that birds absolutely love. And winter reveals interesting branching patterns and, depending on the species, some thorny architecture that adds character. What makes hawthorn special is their toughness. They tolerate poor soil, urban pollution, drought, and a range of weather conditions. These trees are survivors. Plant one, and it'll keep delivering shade year after year without demanding much from you. The shade from a hawthorn is dependable and pleasant. Not too dark, not too light. Perfect for creating a comfortable outdoor area where you can relax without feeling like you're sitting in a cave or under a floodlight. Plant hawthorns in full sun, give them well-drained soil, and let them establish. After that, they're practically maintenance-free. If you want a tree that works hard and asks for little in return, this is your pick. And there you have it. 7 small trees that deliver amazing shade without turning your yard into a wilderness. Each one of these trees brings something unique to the table while staying perfectly manageable. Whether you're drawn to the artistic elegance of the Japanese maple, the multi-season magic of the serviceberry, or the tough reliability of the hawthorn, there's a tree on this list that fits your space and your lifestyle. Remember, the key to a great garden isn't spending a fortune or letting things spiral out of control. It's about making smart choices that work with your space, your budget, and your time. And these trees? They check all those boxes. Before you go, I want to hear from you. Which tree are you most excited to plant? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our practical, budget-friendly garden tips. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who's been complaining about their yard being too hot. Let's help them out. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and remember, a beautiful garden doesn't have to break the bank. See you in the next one.